Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to our CB radio show. Today we're going to show you how to wire a microphone. And a lot of times when you buy a CB radio, you get a microphone with it and everything works just fine. But if this microphone breaks, or you ordered a microphone from a different company than the radio, and you get it and it looks like this, it kind of looks like a Midland microphone, but it doesn't say Midland on it, so you plug it in to find out if it works. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So first of all, we're going to start with the one that works. We're going to turn the radio on here. Take a look over there. And we should be able to hear a little bit of audio. And if you want to take a peek over at the meter here, I'm going to key this up and see that we got some power. There we go. And then we're also going to check and see if we got modulation. So we'll switch this over to modulation. If you want to take a look at the meter there. And first we got to set the modulation meter. That looks good. I'm going to flip it down to modulation, do a little talking on there. Hello. Hey, okay, good. We can see that the needle's moving, so we're doing just fine. I'm going to slip that back over to power again. Take this microphone out. Unplug that. We're going to plug this one in. See if everything works. Well, I can hear something. Let's key that up and find out if we got it. Well, we got power, so that's working all right. Let's switch this over to modulation. And we'll set that modulation meter. That looks good. And then we'll talk in there. Hello, audio. Well, we got a problem. There we go. Okay, you see that needle? It's sitting still. That shouldn't be sitting still. That should be moving with my voice. So this microphone is not correct for this radio. So the first thing we need to do is get that ground checked. We took the plug off the back. I'm going to plug the meter in over here on the negative side. We'll just clip that right on. And then if we take a look at the meter, I'm going to jump around on the pins here and find out which one is ground. So there we go, right down to 0. I hit it on the first one, that's ground. All right, now that we found that ground, we're going to plug the radio back in and we're going to jump around on the pins so we can figure out how to wire that microphone. Okay, we got the plug in, radio's on. I'm going to put this clip right on the ground pin. Want to be careful you don't touch anything else, just that ground pin. Okay, now when I touch the correct pin for transmit, the needle will move over here. So let's go ahead and touch that transmitter pin and see if that needle moves up. Yep, there it goes. Okay. So now we know that's transmit. I'm going to move over to the one next to it. And we can hear volume now, so we know that's receive. So we got transmit and receive. All right, now that we know that, we're going to draw a little diagram. This will kind of help us figure out how to wire that microphone. So what we'll do here is we'll make a circle like that. And then we're going to find out where that little lump is. There's a lump down there at the bottom, so we'll just put that lump right on there like that. And we'll go ahead and put 4 dots on here, like so. And there's our 4 dots. Now we know this one was the ground, so we're going to put a G there for ground. We know that this one was receive, put an R there. We know this one was transmit, so we have one wire left, and that wire that we've got left, that should be audio. Right, so we'll put that over here, and that's audio. Now, turn that over and you can take a look at that. And that's how we're going to wire our microphone. Now that we drew the diagram here, we're going to take a meter and we're going to check exactly what the pins are with the microphone. So we'll match it up to the diagram there, and I'm going to put one prong into the ground and one into the receive. And if you take a look at the meter there, you'll see that we have a 0. And that means that we have the correct connection. We have ground and receive there. Now, I'm going to move that over here, take the one out and leave the ground in, and we're going to put into the transmitter. Now, when I put this together, you'll see that we get a 0. Let's see if I can hold all that together for you. There you go. You can see that ground and receive. And now we're going to check ground and audio, and we should have the microphone reading of about 50 ohms. Take a look over there and see if I can hold on to that at the same time. And we have a reading kind of jumping around there, don't we? Okay, that's kind of settled down. It's close to 50 ohms. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to check the microphone that doesn't work. Going to find out what's going on there. So the first thing we'll put it on is the ground and the receive. We'll do the same thing over just like we did on the last one. And you can see that we have 0 there, so that's okay. And then we'll go over here to ground and transmit, and we'll push the button, and we're transmitting. That works. And we'll go over to ground and audio, and we should be able to see the 50 ohm microphone. And it's not 50, it's 0. Don't know if you can see that, but it's 0 there. So we don't have audio. We got something different inside here. I guess you could say it's wrong. It's wrong for this radio, but it might have been right for the radio it came out of. So we're going to go in there and change that. We need to move the wires. We're ready to get this microphone apart. We'll start by taking off those 2 little screws. And you want to use the correct size screwdriver or you'll strip them out. Go ahead and take that one out of there. And we'll take this one out of here. Just like that. Then you can take that little collar off as soon as you get that screw out. That one's stuck in there. Well, the collar fell right out by itself. Now, a little bit of a tricky thing here is that small Phillips in front. Now, if you have a Phillips screwdriver that's small enough to get in there, you can open that up. And we'll take that little screw out. Set that down. Okay. Now generally to get these apart, they either unscrew or they turn a little bit and then they pull apart. This one turns a little bit and then it pulls apart. You can see on the back there there's a little bit of a notch and it matches the notch inside here. Okay, now that we got that apart, we can look and inspect the wiring. And we can see right away that ground, right here, the ground is the shield. The ground and the receive are connected correctly. Black is the receive. And then red is transmit and white is audio. If we look at the diagram here, we have audio on this side and transmit on that side. And if you look at the microphone, they're backwards. So what we need to do is get the solder gun out, get that soldering gun out, and we're going to heat that up and take this wire off, and heat this one up and take that wire off and switch them around. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is remove that red wire. I'd like to heat that up a little bit and see if it comes off. And there, my solder gun is heating it up. Well, it came up a little bit. There we go. Now we're clear. And I'll get a little grip on that white one there. We'll heat that up. Just take that right off. Lift it right up. There we go. All right, now that we got these wires off, switched them around here. So we're going to put the white one over here and the red one over there. It's got the pliers on there. We're going to line that red wire up and just heat up that existing solder. We want to get it nice and warm so you see a little bit of a puddle there. Then kind of let that cool off. And then we'll line up that white one. Get that right down there in the socket. Get everything nice and warmed up. Get a little puddle of solder going. There we go. All right, now we're ready to put it back together. Tighten that up, and then I'm going to turn the radio on. We're going to try this out. See how we did. Okay, that looks good for me. Let's move that radio over here. Pick up our plug. And we'll plug that right on in. Turn on the radio for you. There we go. And we're going to plug that microphone in. Be sure you line up the dots. There we go. Here you can hear the audio. That seems to be working. And we'll check this and see if we see the power. Yeah, we got power there. Now we're going to take it over to modulation and do a little talking. Audio, there we go. Audio, all right. We got a microphone that works. And that's how you wire a microphone. Hey, thank you for being here today. And be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up and give us some comments. Okay, thank you.